Who here watches YouTube? Who here watches YouTube more than when I watch television? Yes.
Yeah, it depends.
Welcome to my presentation. The last time I ended a presentation, I was talking about how better to listen. That didn't mean just logging onto the internet and avoiding everybody. I tried to come up with a different way, and I realized that I talk a lot to people that don't speak much, and I feel like maybe if I could fill that void. So I ended up on this kind of pathway of trying to find out how do I listen better. So I was like, okay, let me find a time and a place to talk. That'll be the easiest way to do that. And it led me into the YouTube culture. And I subscribed to a few channels, but I honestly don't watch any television at all anymore. I simply just watch YouTube. It's a lot easier to digest. The people are a lot nicer. So I tried to figure out, okay, what's the significance really of YouTube? Is it really as big as people say? It's owned by Google and everybody knows that. Well, 100 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. 100 hours. Yeah, that's a ton. Hold on, it gets better. 61 countries, 61 languages YouTube is encoded in. 6 billion hours watched per month. That's almost an hour per person on the earth. So they're making a fair bit of cash. It's kind of a cash cow. So it is significant in our culture. YouTube actually reaches more people between the ages of 18 and 34 than cable networks, any cable network. And that comes straight from the Nielsen company. So they are now a major contender. So they've not only become something like culturally significant, but they've started a movement. And it's a group of people working together to advance their shared political or societal or artistic ideas. That's exactly what YouTube is. And it's YouTube summed up in a word. And so it is a movement. A lot of anthropologists have talked about we've moved from media to social media. That's really the only type of media we consume nowadays. It's virtually impossible to try to figure out where YouTube is going to end our culture up. At this point, we never thought it would even contend with television, and all of a sudden, they're affecting all of these outside industries. So the actual current impacts, so I can't tell you the future, I can't tell you what's happening right now. Television is scrambling because it costs them a lot more money to be on the air than it does for you to pick up a video camera and talk into it. The rise of the Khan Academy, do you guys know what the Khan Academy is? No. So yeah, as a teacher, obviously knows. And Khan Academy is fantastic. If you guys don't know, it's how to pass chemistry. It's an online, started on YouTube, now it's a website, and it's a digital tutor. It's fantastic. The guy's a really good teacher. And that brings up kind of an issue. It impacts education. What's stopping, let's say, Professor Robinson for, maybe he gets paid well here. A lot of teachers are underpaid. Well, YouTube is bringing in a ton of money from advertisements. So if you're a good teacher, why don't you just talk into a video camera, upload it, get subscribers, and then get paid? And I was thinking, okay, well, yeah, you can monetize your videos as a teacher, but do you get paid enough? So I tried to look into YouTube statistics. Now, I PM'd as many people on YouTube as I possibly could, and they are totally barred from talking about how much they make. So the only thing we have to go on is YouTube's statement. These are probably the three. Does anybody know who's up here? No?
Seen him before.
These are the Vlogbrothers. That's Vsauce, and then this is Equals3, as he's come to be known. These are YouTube partners. These guys make a full living on YouTube. And I tried to figure out how many people like this their work. They pay their partners, and according to their statement on their statistic page, thousands of YouTube channels are making 6 figures a year. And I looked at the top 100 to try to figure out who it was, and thousands. And so these people were ranging, I was trying to figure out what content are they making. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, video games was huge. So we have the top channel topics are gaming, music, comedy, and vloggers. And it's in that order. That Equals3 guy is a comedian, that's what he does. So the bottom, number 100, which is as far as back I could go, had 500,000 subscribers. The top guy had, somewhere around 3 billion subscribers. I don't even know if 3 billion people speak one language, but whatever. So it is a thriving community, to understate it entirely. So I came up with questions. I tried to come up with like a research question. First off, can I join the culture? Did it just like totally pass me by? Did I leave it? The second was, can I manage a channel? I mean, how much time does it take? How much effort and resources would it actually take up? So I ended up, can YouTube actually be an outlet for me to kind of do whatever, spread ideas, things like that? It seemed like an interesting proposition. So I went for it. I just went straight for the top. Gaming channel was #1, so I decided to try to create a gaming channel. I thought I could figure it out with 3 steps to like a business. So you study what's working, you try to make your own, you define a brand, and then see what makes you unique. And then I created a gaming channel, and that's been my username. Schizophrenic has been my competitive name forever. Then I went with the tactical angle, like an idiot, and play smarter, play better was my slogan. I figured, why not? The first video I produced was 4 minutes, 4 seconds long. Total editing time was roughly about 8 hours. After the first week, I had 25 views and 1 subscriber. Nailed it. Thanks. So, it gets better. The second video, 8 minutes, 48 seconds. It was just a straight stream. I decided to get a little more lazy and just talk over a gameplay video. That still took me about 6 hours. And 1 week, 30 views later, I had 1 subscriber. It's not as easy as it looks. Really not. A couple things I learned from that. Editing sucks. Gaming channels are extremely time consuming. So there are a lot of people out there that have all day to sit around on a video game and then upload that content and have better computers. And that faster computer renders videos and spits them up on the internet faster than mine can. So they have me beat. So I decided to actually do what I wanted to do, create a vlogging channel. A vlogging channel, I have a little bit of experience with creating content for the web, just for websites and things like that. I have a background in entertainment, you guys know, so I felt like I could go into this swinging a little bit and try to see if I could pull off something. And I had a really clear picture for what I wanted my channel to do. If anybody were to watch it at any point, something would have to come across. It would be me and some type of positive message. So I kind of decided on white, black, and red as the title of the channel. Is that good? Yeah. Oh, and I made a video for you guys. Welcome to a special edition and my first episode of my new YouTube channel, White, Black, and Red. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to YouTube. Because who doesn't want to learn how to YouTube? I think everybody should give at least 1 chance to YouTube at some point in their life. Okay, maybe not everybody. You're probably thinking of like 1 person. Sarah Palin. No. 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 Intro. This alone took me like 4 hours. Can't read that at all. Okay, yeah, so let's start at the top. There's 5 video basics. Filming, editing. Film, editing, sound, lighting, white balance. Boom. Okay, first you'll need some type of camera. Even though an iPhone will work. Both Mac and Windows have basic editing software that you guys can use. In addition to that, YouTube also has an editor built into their site. Now, editing can be the most tedious part. Speaking of which, how long did this video take to edit, future me? 4 hours. 4 hours. Golly. I don't know what I said. Now, sound is important. Unless you're Charlie Chaplin, you're going to need something to record your voice with. Currently, I'm using an iPhone because the camera's just too far away. Okay, lighting. Everybody has a skinny and a round side to their face. Don't freak out, stay with me. It's okay. You were born with this face. It's always been like this. It's also not the side that you sleep on most often. For me, it's my left side of my face. That means I'm putting the light source on the left side of my face. Skinny, round, white balance. Either you're going to look pale, or you're going to look like a fake tan orange. Currently, I'm under yellow lights at night. So I adjusted for my video editing software. And then I just said, screw it, and turn it all black and white. And that's it. Everybody in this room could make a YouTube video right now. Which brings me to my next section, common vlogging techniques. A lot of these things are exclusive to the medium of video or just YouTube in general. Up first, Old Faithful, the jump cut. Look at it. The second is your delivery. Vlogs are spoken at a faster rate of speech than most conversations, especially if you're giving a public presentation. Why? Partially because you should be passionate about whatever it is that you're vlogging or talking about. The other part of it is that you're competing with the freaking internet for somebody's attention. Now, sometimes YouTubers use narration as a form of comedy.
Austin appears to be having a mild bout with Alzheimer's.
I am not.
That's exactly what somebody would say if they had Alzheimer's.
Now, expressions, using even small expressions on YouTube can come across because you're right here. Expressions you could never do in front of a crowd. You probably haven't even noticed that I've cut all of the breaths out of this video. Well, now, what makes YouTube different? Well, about anybody can make a video, but all the techniques, money, and top-of-the-line gear won't do anything for you if there's no content. On YouTube, content is king. On average, people decide whether to watch a YouTube video within the first 12 seconds. And the last thing that makes YouTube awesome? Well, I'll explain that live. Thanks for your time. You don't have to plot, just sit there. I don't want it now. So the idea behind creating a YouTube channel was, I guess, for several reasons. But mainly I wanted to explore the culture. And YouTube culture is probably one of the most embracing cultures I've ever been in. I've found zero competition and quite a few people welcoming to message me and give me help. There's no competition there. We can all share the same subscribers, and it doesn't take away from somebody else's, which is really nice. So there can't be too many YouTubers, which is a great feeling. I mean, if you want to feel vindicated in any way, you could have an idea and all your friends around you think it's stupid, and you can upload it to YouTube and then put a Kickstarter page and it might get funded. It's the first time in history you could ever do something like that. And I think that's awesome. The other thing, generosity, and I mean not just reaching out, but literal generosity. The Vlogbrothers that you guys saw earlier have just raised just over $150,000 this year for multiple charities. And most of the YouTubers that do this, and they do it yearly, pledge to match whatever their subscribers put up for a charity of their choice. YouTube is really about uniting people all over the world, and it seems like a solo thing. But in truth, I feel like it's really one of the most social things you can do. For the first time in history, you can have an idea and it can reach somebody on the other side of the world. I can support people that I've never met. I can let somebody on the other side of the world know that they're not alone, which is what their channel is all about. I can spark a child's curiosity in science and let them go on and learn. I can even make somebody in a tough spot laugh and hopefully believe in themselves. The last thing I ever realized about YouTube is that when I logged on, I felt like I expected to make a few videos, maybe make a couple friends. What I learned about myself throughout the project was that there's no culture that I'd rather be a part of than YouTube. Thank you.